Hello, I'm FYXToyCat, and yes, I really did decide to wear green when I was recording on a green screen, not because I made a mistake here, which would be a pretty big one to make, but rather because I wanted to confuse the editor, and probably you a lot, by being slightly transparent. It looks like only on this side too, so sorry Mr. Editor, sorry everyone watching, but I want to be green today, and you're gonna have to deal with it. But unrelated to that is the comments I get on this channel. I get two types of comments so often. One will be like, hey Toycat, you ran out of ideas, lol, and the other type will be literally the opposite, something along the lines of like, wow, you sure are going crazy with these ideas, Toycat, you need a cave update. And it's such a weird thing for me to see, and I figured, you know, why not explain what ideas I actually do have? Because recently, very recently actually, I asked the editor, like, hey, should I spend $1,000 on Minecraft Bedrock servers? And we agreed that I shouldn't, and it made me realize, like, there are so many cut ideas like that one that, you know, maybe you'd be interested to see or hear about, and that's what this big document is. It's 30 pages, so you won't see all of it, but behind me you'll be seeing a giant document of lots of different video ideas, and we'll even turn some into mini videos right here, because they're probably not great videos as a general, but you might want to hear about them. So behind me are 30 pages of ideas. We'll turn some into miniature videos, as if they're highlighted blue. If they're red, that means that even after reading them several times, my editor Cameron literally could not understand them, and green means that maybe we'll make it into a full video at some point, or maybe I have since this was made. It looks like these looks like these notes came in September 18th, so it looks like this has been untouched for almost a year. These aren't my freshest of ideas, but this is the this is the document I go to when I'm looking for ideas if I'm like, you know, what should I record today? So with that said, let's dive straight into it, because there's a lot of really weird things you'll see as we scroll through here. For instance, what to expect Minecon 2019, already kind of gone through that one this year. We've got things like insane recipes Minecraft needs, or could you prevent 9/11 by being there a week early? What do I know about 9/11? And then I just put some numbers there, 967, 11856. Genuinely no clue what that must mean, like maybe the flight numbers? So I just went down a little bit of a rabbit hole, and although Flight 967 isn't one of the 9/11 flight numbers, it is also the flight number of a plane that went missing, one that went missing with a lot of art and that's never been found, none of the crew's been found, and it's not even like suspicious circumstances in terms of like maybe the art was like discovered, because none of that's been used ever since. So yeah, just a huge plane went missing, no one knows why, we never even found the wreckage. But anyway, so you get the point. Could you stop 9/11? What do you know about it? That'd be an interesting little topic maybe for a Let's Play at some point. I genuinely don't know. Could I stop 9/11 if I was teleported there a week early? Or would I just be arrested for terrorism as well and probably be waterboarded when people ask, like, how did you know these things? So yeah, I'd love to know that one. So next up here, we have fun builds that are entirely unnecessary, sheep explode randomness, and the editor does want to see a miniature video on that. So yeah, this was going to be like maybe 5 fun builds that really don't have a point. I figured it'd be a fun little video. The only one I came up with though, the only one that like I was inspired to make was sheep explode randomness, and it seems as though Cameron is very curious as to what the heck I even mean by that. Okay, so my entire idea was actually quite simple. I was just thinking like, hey, what if you could have a random machine, but instead of being based on the things current random machines are, what if it was a spectacle? What if it was to do with like sheep and explosions instead? So it's actually quite a simple redstone mechanism I'm picturing. So here's the build guide for my very clearly well thought out build that totally wasn't just going to be a joke. So we're going to start with a redstone circuit that when it's on, keeps the light off. This way when the redstone circuit is deactivated, the light will turn on, or whatever redstone tree you want to have. As you can see, turn that off, that turns on. Meaning if this redstone signal is interrupted, then that will happen. This means that by having a bunch of sheep, we now have a randomness generator. That's right, the moment the sheep walks on this pressure plate, the sheep will explode, which is a funny trigger to see, and you'll know that whatever redstone you wanted to trigger will be activated. So for instance, you'll have the redstone lamp turn on, or a piston push, or a door open, or whatever else you want to happen. If you want something to happen on a random trigger, you could do it using sheep. This is so horrifically inefficient. Oh, close call. But you better believe there's some fun to watching the sheep walk around knowing that it's going to explode when things mess up. Oh, okay. See? Do you see what I mean? Like, you have no idea when the sheep's about to do it. The sheep is very much avoiding the pressure plate, actually. You've got a minute! Oh, I think that might have been a trigger. I think that might have been a trigger. And as you're about to see, redstone goes off, light activates, sheep usually explodes and dies, maybe more TNT is needed, but there you go. That is sheep explode randomness, the least efficient way to make a random thing, but you better believe it's a thing you can totally do in your Minecraft world. Next up here, autocorrect asking people out. I think I might have discussed this in some Let's Play episode or something, but the cool thing about 2019 is autocorrect is a well-known thing. You can ask someone out, and then if they say no, you can say, sorry, autocorrect lol, or something along those lines, and I don't think this is an ethical thing. This is definitely like a big problem if you do decide to do it, but I was thinking to myself like, oh yeah, back in the day, let me tell you about a cringe story. When I was maybe 13 or 14, like one of the first girls I was like heavily talking to or whatever, I just randomly wrote, I love you, and then I had to be like, oh, sorry, my cat wrote that or something. Not believable. Oh yeah, I love you. I meant to say, what? You can say autocorrect said, oh yeah, I was trying to say miss, but you know, my hands were wet. You can say, oh yeah, I was in the shower. You can come up with so many excuses, and they're just about plausible enough that, you know, like you can get away with it. You could even go with something like, oh yeah, it's kind of cute. I love you. Wait, I guess that's the opposite of cute. But you know what? You get the point. You can do loads of cool stuff with it. And I figured that'd be a part of maybe a video related to, because I had a story about a girlfriend I dumped because she cheats in Minecraft. So many people hate my opinion on that one, but if a girl will cheat in Minecraft, you know she'll cheat in your relationship too, so I don't regret that decision in the slightest. Like, I think that's a joke, but real talk here. If someone literally can't play the rules of the game that you have both agreed to, then you know, maybe they're not the girlfriend for you. Also, this was like between the second and the third date. We weren't heavily serious. I wasn't like, you know, 6 years of marriage, Linda, and you have ruined it for the last time by going into creative when we said we were playing survival. But anyway, so a lot of people enjoyed the story and, or I guess, got controversed from it. So I figured, like, you know what? Why not explain that, like, you know what, it's actually got some truth to it, and then maybe tell some other, like, gaming/relationship stories, because there's a lot of weird ones in there. Like, the girl, I had a girlfriend who started by watching me stream. Like, I was streaming in a house at the time that she was also living in. The explanation is kind of confusing, but she watched the stream, and that's clearly when she started liking me, and that was, like, a weird, like, mental thing. You can actually see clips of it. I don't recommend doing so, but Cube World live stream on Toycat. Want to see some awkward 17-year-old flirting? You better believe you'll find that. RuneScape girl, we were like full-on dating, I feel like. I trusted that girl in RuneScape more than I trust most people today. I gave her my pickaxe so she could share it between accounts, because obviously I couldn't log onto one account and then another at the same time. So I gave it to her, and you know what? She didn't mug me, unlike the Habba Hotel girlfriend, who was actually a man who was pretending to be a girl to get my furniture. That's gonna give me like a complex for life. Like, have you ever discovered that your girlfriend was really a man? No, because it's not a real life problem. That's just a 13-year-old Toycat problem, and yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm confused, and I'm upset with that. So yeah, I could make a story from that, but again, I just didn't really feel it coming together, so here the story is now. At one point during the console Bedrock transition, I had an idea I wanted to like flesh out. It's called Console Refugees and the Difficult Decision. I feel like console refugees might be a bit too strong of a term now, especially given the refugee crisis in Europe that might have been around the same time. I want to say that was a couple of years ago. So especially given that was a big thing at the same time as that, maybe calling people who had one version of Minecraft and now have another, maybe calling them refugees might have been a bit far, or maybe it wasn't far enough. I mean, who can say for sure? I can't, that's for sure. But yeah, we got we got a lot of different thoughts here. See, I was even deliberately going for like a couple of political analogies here, like the silent majority. There's, you know, I don't know what I was going for that video, but I had a whole thing about console refugees planned. I also had a whole thing planned to do with what went wrong with the aquatic update, because the way it released on Bedrock just wasn't good, right? Like that's just objective facts I think we can all agree on. I literally had an idea here called current trend in Minecraft. There was a phase in the, you know, let's call them the Minecraft Valley years, the years where a lot of people were abandoning the game. The people who did stay on the game mostly tried to go more and more kid-centric, because I guess with kids there's always money in anything, right? But yeah, a lot of YouTubers were going more and more like focused towards kids, dumbed down. That's why people call me one of the few adult YouTubers, not adult Minecraft YouTubers, not because like I'm the only one with the idea of doing that, but because people over the years kind of shifted their content more towards kids, and I kind of do the opposite, if not at all. But basically, because people did that, there were so many stupid trends, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna do this trend, but also it's gonna be subversive. I'm gonna be straight up about the fact that I trick children to watch my videos about how I'm tricking children, and then also explain how people cash in on trends. And I think it'd be a great video, but the stupid trends seem to be dying away, which is good in my opinion. There's also Quark features, future top 10. Something I've wanted to do for a really long time. I really like, there's a mod called Quark out there. It's one of the coolest ones in my opinion, because it makes things that would make sense in vanilla Minecraft. But I made a video, like just my quick impressions once, and I got a message that was like, oh yeah, you didn't go as in-depth as I was hoping. And I was like, the next video I've got to go super in-depth now. I don't want to disappoint the creator. And I've been like putting it off forever, so fun fact. We have a video here called Microsoft plus me, the truth. It's really interesting how, you know, like, I am shunned on every level by, like, whoever does the invites in Microsoft. I don't know what I did to offend them, but whoever sends out the invites to all these events, they'll send out invites to guys with hundreds of K subscribers, even ones who make those same videos tricking children, but they've never, you know, like, since the battle reveal, which I did, and since a few things like that, you know, like, I think it was actually since the Bedrock Switch, they have been refusing to contact me, and people call me a Microsoft shill because I play Bedrock, which is obviously the better monetized version of the game. I wanted to clarify it, but I was just like, I'm gonna affect, people aren't gonna believe me, and then I'm also probably gonna hurt my relationship with, I guess, a company that doesn't care about me any further. But still, it kind of hurts on that level. Blocks you shouldn't love as much as you should. Don't be a deadbeat gravel dad. I mean, that's all I have as that video, but I mean, I think that's a solid start. We should definitely turn that into something. Minecraft is underappreciated. I had a whole thing here. I think I might have made this video. There's a video I'm making that's kind of similar. It's a huge scripted thing I've been working on for like a month now. But I want to make a video about why Minecraft can last 100 years when so many games can't last 2 or 5 or 10. That's definitely a thing I want to talk about, so this is going to come back. Also, I can't spell rhythm according to this squiggly line. Why is there a IRHYTHM? There's no, like, I know the Y is technically the vowel in that word, but what is the word rhythm, man? Yeah, I zoomed in and it makes the video a lot better, so should have done that the whole time, really, shouldn't I? Yeah, that'd be smart. So next up here, we got history of Minecraft console every year. Again, Minecraft console isn't really a concept anymore. I think maybe it's cool now that it's over, I can actually sum up the whole history of Minecraft console, but even then, I want to wait until PlayStation 4 has been officially dropped. Maybe I should bring this one back. Creeper boats, user lead or TNT cannon, best kept for channeling. No idea what the heck I meant. Oh, I guess you could keep a creeper in a boat. That way when you get a channeling trident, you can be ready to turn it into a charge creeper, which would be useful. The time Minecraft YouTube almost died. This is in red, which means he's Cameron is confused. So the time Minecraft YouTube almost died is a video I was planning because, again, there was a stage there where like Minecraft YouTube was going kind of down. Now that it's had its big return again, it doesn't make too much sense to talk about this. Or maybe it makes more sense than ever. But yeah, Minecraft YouTube went for a really bad phase where, again, I would say a lot of people were cashing in and not making actually things that they enjoyed or that anyone would actually enjoy, but people were clicking on anyway. And that's how industries die, when things that no one enjoys are being made. And I don't know why people were doing it, but it's something I'd love to talk about. Because so many YouTubers quit and are only coming back now that Minecraft's a cash cow again. So that's kind of interesting. Also, Minecraft memes is blue. Make it its own video. Okay, Mr. Editor. RIP 140 XP. Daytime, skeleton. Nighttime, with a skeleton. Ice cream sandwiches are just edible Minecraft books. Wither skeletons can say the N-word. I don't like where this one's going, but I'm committed to my craft. I'll go for it anyway. Wither skeleton, dark skeleton, sword skeleton, night mode skeleton, skigah. Oh, it's with an A. It's not offensive, I think. That's how that word works there. Just to clarify, no one actually uses that word or is super offended here. It's like a very America issue. So that's my defense here. What's your defense, Minecraft, with your skigahs? I don't know what this is, but I think this is adorable, by the way. Look, it's an Enderman cat. I know that the eyes probably aren't purple by default. Can you put contact lenses in cats? Me, Minecraft animations where a dude with a shovel beats a sword. Me, choking man. Is this from an anime or from a children's cartoon? Normal heartbeat. Deceased heartbeat. Minecraft parrot making creeper sounds. It's so true. I have freaked out so many ridiculous number of times over that one. Jesus, this is not a thing I like in my life. I'm glad that someone appreciates this. Thank you very much, Mr. Bag. You know, actually, maybe I don't thank you very much. Why Minecraft updates got slower. This is a video I want to make, but honestly, I just feel less sure in myself that there's any reason besides like, hey, we could just make less updates, guys. And someone was like, you reckon? But again, I'm sure there's actually good reasons, I just don't know what they are. I think bureaucracy has to be a big part of it, because it's a huge company, where always people are like, oh yeah, I can't talk about or say anything about that. I can't even do anything today because I'm so busy with this. There's a real problem, I feel like, with a big organization, but I don't think I can pin that down into an easy one video. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I even made that video, and that'd be embarrassing if so. But with that said, we've got the slowest update in Minecraft Pocket Edition history, which I mean is probably going to be an old one now, so it's not going to be so exciting. How to get something added to Minecraft. That'd be a video talking about the feedback website. 5 new dungeons we need. I might have made that one. Why is it not out today? Why is everyone asking the same question about Aquatic? Gravel the documentary. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I'm curious about this one. And you know what, it's in blue. We have to make a miniature video. Let's do it. Hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and welcome to Gravel the Documentary. For many years now, scientists have wondered, why is gravel in Minecraft? I mean, after all, it's the least liked fan block, and besides the acquisition of flint, why exactly does it exist? That's what I'll be attempting in today's deep dive into the beautiful world of Minecraft, except it's not beautiful because it is covered in gravel. Here is a block of gravel in its natural habitat, i.e. in a place where it is entirely unwanted and unnecessary. Oh, it is very beautiful to see it here, is it not? Truly, the world is made much more delightful by the inclusion of a block that makes every other block look good by comparison. That's right, even though gravel might be literally the worst thing to touch this earth since Satan himself, it is definitely true that the other blocks in the game are better by comparison. Truly, you could argue the bad things only happen for a reason, and that reason is to make the good things look good by comparison. And that is the theory behind gravel. We can see the gravel blocks naturally attacking its prey. You can see how it uses the suffocation method as its primary way of attacking. The gravel certainly won't go hungry tonight. This was a bad joke. I'm not fond of it. I'd remove it, but I don't think I have that executive authority on this video. So we got history of Minecraft Bedrock. Okay. This is one of the few things where I can say I didn't mess this one up. This one's actually down to the editor. There was a giant video we planned last year. I put it all together. I think there might have even been scripted. It was a big, like, 30-40 minute thing. And then maybe halfway through, like, Christmas came about, so we had to work on some update stuff. And then I don't know how it happened, but I think the editor lost all of the files, and we just were like, well, it's gone. It'd be harder to edit this thing from scratch now than to do it again. So yeah, I think the audio for it and nothing else. Yeah, the history of Minecraft Bedrock. I can't bring myself to re-record this entire video. Maybe it could be re-edited at some point. Anyway, so with that said, 1.13 worlds and 1.12. I could probably do the same with 1.14, going back to 1.12. That could be kind of fun. 50 Minecraft ideas we've all had. That's just a great video, I still think, that would probably do well with the YouTube algorithm. Would probably be interesting to watch. Just require 50 ideas. I've got to put some time together sometime. And let's be honest, we're like 6 pages in. Oh, we have so many more pages to go. Next up, we have you're committing tax fraud. It's true, by the way. You've committed tax fraud at least a few times in your life. Tips are a great example. Anyone who takes tips, you're giving them money they're not reporting to the government, most likely. But also, when you find money above a certain amount a year, you're meant to pay tax. When you sell things above a certain amount a year, you're meant to pay tax. And that's in the UK. I think in a lot of countries, there's just no limit. You should be reporting all these things, but you better believe you're probably not. And that is a good example of you committing tax fraud. But I feel like tax fraud videos might not be the perfect fit with the Minecraft audience. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, bad Minecraft merch. That became a video. Heck yeah. I can do it in this video anyway, though. This thing smells really bad. Oh, why? Okay, well, how is the green only semi-transparent, but yellow is all the way transparent? Does my camera see colors correctly? Do I see colors correctly? Is this green? Okay, I'm even more of a ghost now. I wish I realized I could have trolled my editor using a yellow t-shirt. I would have worn this from the beginning. So yeah, this is the worst piece of Minecraft merch. I think it's Dan TDM wearing a diamond tie. It's not officially licensed. I'm sorry for that, but it's the best I've got today, okay? Now this thing is terrible. Look at me. How is it doing this only on... Why your favorite Minecraft YouTuber left? That's kind of related to when Minecraft YouTube almost died, I guess. Goal, never die again. That's actually a pretty commendable one, but I mean, I've died 3 or 4 times since then. I died in the Nether. I died in the end. You know, I guess just goal, don't go to places where I can die. But yeah, no, that could still be a really cool little project video, like how do you make it so you never die again? Here are the steps you need. That could be a fun little one. We've got the red dragon, which is always, you know, honestly, pro tip for you want to be a Minecraft YouTuber, put red dragon somewhere in your video in a relevant way. You'll get a billion views. Don't worry about the rest. 7 essential Minecraft builds probably made that. Nobody is trying this. I don't know what nobody is trying anymore though. 1.1 to 1.12 in 12 minutes. I love that video. TU61 update, TU100 prediction. Man, this makes me sad seeing TU100 prediction. We were going to make it to TU100. If it weren't for the Bedrock switch over, we'd be there by now, right? TU100 would be somewhere in this ballpark. But yeah, it's sad we're never going to hit TU100. There's never going to be a title update 100. When's TU100 coming out? It's not. And I don't know, there's something tragic about that. Because all those years ago, we'd make jokes about TU100, right? But it almost became real. It just didn't. We have barrier ladder that is circled in red here by Mr. Editor. In case you're curious about barrier ladders, you can place ladders on barrier blocks and it does a really confusing effect. Actually, let me show you, because I feel like it's just too great to not show off. So first of all, you need to give yourself a barrier block, which you can only do using commands just like this. You give yourself a barrier. You gotta spell it correctly though. Not barrier. So yeah, I think this is really cool. I just don't know who this is for. You can place barrier blocks, then you can place ladders on them, and then you can have ladder blocks that you can't quite touch on one side, but you can on the other. And it looks like it's ladder on nothing, and you wouldn't be able to tell because you obviously can't tell there's a block behind it because the ladder is in the way. Again, not quite sure who this is for, but I feel like there's some beauty in seeing a staircase or seeing a ladder that surrounds a block on every side, and that you don't know how that really happened. Like, I don't know who is going to benefit from this, but, you know, midway through my video, here's a Minecraft building trick for you. Next up here, we've got some text that just says snowball, which, I mean, like, I don't know what I meant. I'll be honest, I was probably typing out a great idea, and then I was like, what about the snowball, man? Why don't we talk about the snowball enough? I mean, this whole video could snowball into something much worse if we just give it the time. Yeah, I really don't know what I was thinking about, so I can't even tell you. I can say the snowball is one of the most fascinating Minecraft items because it's changed a lot and it's kind of useless, but is also interesting at the same time. And to be interesting and useless is not common. I want to make a whole video talking about random. I did additional maths, and I also did yeah, I did a whole bunch of stuff like probability during mathematics because I did it for A-level. I didn't do well at it, but I find it fascinating. So yeah, I really found probabilities to be one of the most fascinating parts of my math A-level, and I figured, you know, wouldn't it be cool to talk about that on the internet, share my education, but for free, but instead of applying it to boring things like apples and dice, let's talk about Minecraft and ender pearls. But maybe that's not the best thing. Also, Jeb has a master plan for Minecraft. Still think that's a great idea. How many copies has Minecraft sold? I wanted to talk about, okay, this is something the editor clearly agrees with. I wanted to talk about the fact that because the average murder rate in the world is something like 6.2 murderers per 100,000 people, I wanted to talk about how statistically someone who has murdered someone else has played Minecraft, and statistically someone played Minecraft who is now dead because they've been murdered. I know a lot of you are saying, Jesus, Toycat, something messed up. I find that so interesting. It's not just someone, it's not just dozens of people, hundreds, if not thousands of Minecraft players, murderers, or have been murdered. Someone, in fact, it's not impossible that someone who likes Minecraft is a murderer and murdered someone who likes Minecraft. I just found one here. What if Minecraft was circle? Man, that's a good video idea. Also, survival in the long dark stream. I think that was a game that came out. Glad I didn't cover it, because I don't remember it in the slightest now, so clearly that was a bad idea. TU57, where is it? See, you can see as we go down the updates, it just makes me sad when I read about my TU57, TU56 ideas, worst flags ever. Still think that's a great video, probably for the second channel, not the first one. I've got German Empire, England guy, just like, don't know what that's doing. Abuse fluids, which, again, I feel like probably a risque title. I feel like just a whole video about how you can abuse fluids in Minecraft, just titled How to Abuse Fluids or something. It feels like it'd be perfect, but also I can see why I didn't do that. I've got 5 dungeons we need again here. It's an idea that I came up with, and then I forgot about, and then I didn't even read the previous list because I came up with it again, and then I did it, so that's nice. Also, 5 building styles never came to be. Most of my building videos, unless I feel like I have something to add, I usually won't do them because it's like, 5 building styles is useful, but I feel like someone else might be better at doing this, so I kind of just leave it and talk about 5 ways TU54 changed Minecraft permanently, or things like 5 unexpected uses for concrete, which I really wanted to make, but then it turned out that you can't. Like, I thought that concrete and lava would interact in some way, and there were so many great ideas, but it doesn't, at least not on Bedrock or console, which is tragic in my opinion. Clickbait the book. Oh, this is a thing I actually eventually did go and make. It's now just about to be released, if I'm not mistaken. Mr. Editor, if you could throw it on screen. Clickbait the book. Wait, I can take you to the Amazon page, I think. Can't Google it, so I don't know how you're gonna find it. Go buy it. You know, this is the worst promotion ever. I can't promote my own stuff, can I? I want to talk about unscripted content versus scripted content. I thought that was a great idea, although it seems as though I've confused the editor with it. And yeah, as we scroll down here, I'm only on page 18, but you can see that, like, there are just so many things here. so many of which I think are great ideas, so much become bad ideas, and it proves a really interesting point about the concept of ideas and the concept of execution, because so many people, a lot of people who don't do things like this full time, people who either want to be YouTubers or people who don't do anything like this, they think that the idea is the most valuable part of any process. This is why when I used to be in a computing course, every single year I'd get 1 or 2 people that I used to know being like, hey, you used to be good with computers. Could you make me an app? Here's an idea, right? You make this app, we go 50-50 on it, and you know, I'm the idea guy, you're the execution guy. That's a fair exchange, but that's not a fair exchange. Most of what makes an idea good is how you can execute it, how you can make it actually useful in the world. Because 20 biomes Minecraft should include can be a really bad video, it can be a really good video. The idea itself might be slightly enticing, but it's not going to be the thing that determines whether my channel is successful. GPS, yo! I can't take that seriously. We're gonna have to pick a different one. Why does Minecraft PE get so many updates? You know, it's a very interesting idea, but if you can't expand on it, if you can't turn it into an interesting, engaging, you know, piece of content or whatever, then what is it worth? Mushroom biome, but in real life, you know, the reason I made this video is because I found out that mushroom biomes are a real life thing, but I can't find what they're called anymore. I might have just dreamt it. It might not be a real thing, and that's why I didn't make it into a video. The idea as a part of any creative process is a really important thing to have. You need to spend a lot of time on your ideas, I would say, if you are someone who does this a lot. But if you're trying to just get in something for the first time, the idea is not the most important bit. Being able to execute your idea, being able to take a thing from your head and put it in the real world, that is the skill that makes so many people actually good at their thing. And the people who come up with the best ideas but don't do very much, you know, like, you can appreciate their work, but also you can't enjoy it because it usually doesn't exist. This is why, you know, like, I've always been, you know, I used to upload 2 videos a day on this channel. Even now I upload every single day. I, you know, go through a lot of effort to make sure that I'm always making things, and part of that is having a lot of ideas. I'll admit I have way more ideas than I can ever take advantage of if I just scroll down here real fast. But the point is, by the way, if you don't light your house, the mobs won't see you. What is that from? Light forests on fire, that act as a great light source. Preemptive TNT yourself to prevent grief. I think these are great ideas, by the way, but like, you can see the execution and the fun and all the other parts of the idea are so much more important than just the idea, because everyone has ideas all the time. It's up to you to decide how you turn that into something. And you might just think I'm talking about YouTube videos. You might think I'm just talking about this, but it's to do with life as a whole. I've had the idea now that, like, oh yeah, maybe I should look into getting a dishwasher because I sure hate cleaning the dishes, but I don't do it every time. I'm just like, oh, I'll deal with that another time. And then I keep wasting time dealing with the dishes. I keep thinking, man, I should get like a real camera for these videos so that I don't vanish in and out, but I haven't done it, and that's why my videos suck. I've even been thinking, like, why do I have a green chair? I have a green screen, for God's sake, but I haven't done anything about it, and that's going to change as of right now. As soon as I hit F9 and stop this video, I'm going to go buy a proper chair. I'm going to go buy a proper t-shirt. I'm just going to take this off. Can you go shirtless in a video? I feel like you can't. Thank you very much for watching this video, though. I hope you all enjoyed it. Give it a thumb up if you liked it, because I'd give you a thumb up if I could. I don't know where I was going with that, but I don't think any way you can take that is okay. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Give it a thumbs down, but only if you're from Australia, and that's how your thumbs up work. And also, I don't know, subscribe and notifications turned on, because I'm getting a new chair, and I'm getting a new camera as soon as this video is over. I swear it to you. Although, by the time this comes out, I guess I will have probably, it'll probably be just coming, it'll be arrived, and I'll be setting it up. So yeah, changes are happening, because it's not about ideas, it's about taking the ideas and turning them into real things in the real world. Also, just in case you are curious, the very last idea on this list, that scroll all the way down, is Super Desert Temple, or Let's Build a Fortress. Oh, I think I did that one actually, so wow, go me.